Trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, folks, so we're going to switch over to December soybean meal. When we were on the show yesterday, we were pointing out this 382 pattern that was right here, and I said, have your order setting in there at 363.90. And you notice the low was 363.50. We're below that now. As we go back to a smaller time frame, we'll just go to 13 minutes. I wanted to show you what happened after we got that fill. There was your fill right there, and then the market rallied $500, and now we bought it here, okay, and it went up to here. That's a $500 profit. Now it's setting with a $110 loss. Because I can't do the time factor and it'll be everywhere at the same time, there's nothing you can do about this unless if you would have sold it there, bought it there, put your stop at break even, that's okay. But you don't always have that thing. So that's a valid trade, buying it at 63 at 63.90, 363.90. Right now it's trading at 62.50, so you're out $1.50. Your stop is right here. Right there, there's where your stop is at 60.90. You don't want to risk more than $300 in that, okay? The only good part about this, just looking at it on a really short-term time frame place, we'll just look and see here. We just about, well, my stop, here, I've got to change that stop right now, so I'm going to put the stop at 59.90, so we got to risk $400 instead of $300. So that's some of the things that I'm looking at as I send these out. Now, we did have one really super good one here yesterday. If you recall, while we were on the air here, we'll just get this up here for just 1 second here and get the daily chart up here so we can take a quick look at it, because we did get a 382 retracement, folks, right there. And as you can see, this has been basically straight down since that time. There's been a couple of really small rallies, but not very much. And so when I sent the video out this morning, I said, who knows where this is going to go. So make sure you put your stop at 79.50. That would lock in $1,000 profit. And now you can see that it is coming down even more to the downside. And we've got Mike Moore coming up at the break here, so he's going to be talking to us about his ideas of what's happening with crude oil, gasoline, and heating oil. So let's take a quick look here. Since we're talking about that, let's go down and look at the gasoline, because that had been the one that had been the leader. I haven't checked it all day today, but I'm going to do that now. First thing we're going to do is get the daily chart up, because that's where that giant Gartley pattern had formed. And say goodnight, Charlie. Boy, oh boy, you talk about it. Look, see what happened once it went below 24. Oh, we should have seen that a little earlier. Already short the crude. Anyway, look at this. You see how I had the nice rally here, and then boom, this is a failed Gartley, a major failure, folks. And the reason why it's a major failure, I think this is pretty close to a 382 off of this high right here. Let's just double check. It misses it just by a heartbeat. But look at this. This is telling us that these things are going down. I hate to look at heating oil. My gosh, that's been the wicked stepsister of the whole group. So let's just see what it's doing right here, and we'll get it up here and see same thing with heating oil. See, the whole complex is breaking down, and that is a good sign for inflation, I think. But that's neither here nor there. Now you can see we're getting down here. We might have a bottom here. I'm not going to try this one, especially with these. Yeah, I have to try it because I have to do all of them. This is a 3 drive to a bottom pattern happening here right now in the daily heating oil. We'll just draw this in so we can see it. Okay, there's your first bottom right here. There's your second bottom. There's your third. First thing you want to do is see if there's any symmetry here. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's due to be coming today or tomorrow. Should be today. I count the number of days down here in these moves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Had to move up. This would be a valid 3-drive pattern because we'll have symmetry. And so all we're going to do now is we're going to draw the pattern in so you can see the ratios and everything coming together at the right time. Now that's going to be down here a long way, folks. This is a huge amount down in here that you're looking at. But look at this. What we should look at, and this has been the weakest, just to see if there was any really easy 382s like we had in the crude oil in the heating oil. So we're going to bring that up, and boy, there's nothing here. You can see there's not a 382 in sight anywhere here, and it is on its way down. So that the main one, the fact that this gasoline has said goodnight. I imagine what Mike's going to tell us is that it's going lower. That's what it certainly looks like from the cheap seats here in Tucson, Arizona. So those are the ones that are telling you that maybe the events of some of these things happening in the crude oil market will affect inflation. And with corn coming down, maybe beans and stuff, maybe a lot's going to be affected by it, okay? So that's the main thing that we're paying attention to here. So let's move on. And we'll get over here to the, hold on here. I want to show you we have a really good pattern in play. Whether it's going to happen or not, I don't know. It's out a little bit right now, but this is a really nice, this is an hourly chart here on the, hold on just a second here. Here's your hourly chart on the, we got a caller coming in. Hold on one second here. Get this up here. We've got Michael's asking about orange juice. Mike, put some vodka in it and call me on another day. What can I do for you?
Would like to know the outlook for Florida orange juice futures listed on the International Continental Exchange.
Well, I think, Mike, you should call the International Continental Orange Juice Exchange because I haven't traded it in 55 years. I haven't looked at it in 55 years, and I don't drink orange juice, so you'll have to ask somebody else. I have no opinion.
How about Mike Moore? Could you pass it on to Mike Moore?
Mike knows more. He knows less about orange juice than I do, would be my guess. But no, very few people trade it. Back in the old days, Mike, when New York was, when orange juice was traded. By the way, if you ever saw the movie Trading Places, that
yes, I did.
That was the orange juice pit, is what that was.
Okay.
It was traded. It wasn't silver. It was the orange juice pit. No, excuse me. The orange juice pit was actually the silver. Pit. Mike, trade something else. That's used to be.
Is orange juice futures rigged?
I have no comment. I'm not going to comment about it. All I know is that back in the old days when it was traded, everybody in that pit was related. You couldn't even get a badge in that pit unless you were a cousin, uncle, brother, or sister. It was impossible.
Give me a hint. Are they Sicilian or Calabrese?
They're Polish, Mike, right out of Krakow. Mike, I don't know that stuff. Come on, pal. No, thanks for calling in, but not today, buddy. This is no good on the thing with the. That's just not good. Okay? It's just not a very good deal. Okay, let's move on here and talk about this potential trade. Here's our last major high in the Treasury bonds. Now we're finally getting a rally. We've had a big drop of well over 3 handles, and we're setting right there right now. And there's a number, it was at 19. It's trading at 16. It's a tiny ABCD in here. This is an acceptable trade because it is a rally, 2-day rally in a bear market, in my opinion. And we're going to find out if that is going to be the case or not. That's what we're watching. I hope that helps, but that's what we're looking at right now. We're going to take a break now, folks. We'll be right back. Mike, I hope you didn't get angry with me, but I don't have any interest in orange juice, and I'm not going to have. Talk to you later.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
The stock market is a delicate, interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information in one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Okay, folks, we switched over to August gold now, and this is the rollover, so it's not really good to look at it. So what I need to do is to go into the August contract and put it up here. Someone's had a request about copper. Here is August, and we'll get this up here. You'll be able to see it. There it is without the missing data. And as you can see here, we had a very interesting, hold on, this is a daily. Let's get the smaller time frame up here because this is what we wanted to see. Okay, this morning we had a 382 right here at 60. As you can see, we had a 382 coming off that old high right back here, that big one right there. Now we sold it at 60. The market came all the way down to 53. That's a $700 move in your favor, folks. And since you're only risking 700, the worst would have happened is you'd put your buy stop back here at break even. Because, you know, once you've made this much money, that money is yours. I know you haven't cashed it out yet, but that's in there. That's what those little numbers are when they go flashing up and down, up and down, up and down. That's what they're doing. They're flashing. Now, you notice that we made a beautiful 61% retracement of this whole move down here from the high, the secondary high, not the big high, okay? So anyway, that's what we're watching here. You can see the ABCD structure. We're going to draw it in just so you'll be able to see it. Comes in almost exactly where it should be at 75. And there it comes right there. It comes in at 72.50. The high was 73.70 was the high. So it misses it by a buck. Then it came down and dropped. Perfect example of what we try to talk about. And Andrew Lowe teaches, there's your high, there's your low. So the next one should be very equal to that. And there's your high, there's your low. Very interesting. Now, this one has extremely high interest because this took 2 hours to do this, and it only dropped from 74, dropped $10, just like this one did. Now, if this happens to be a 382 off of this low right here, Bada bing, bada boom. Maybe that means something, boys and girls. What do you think? I don't know. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, But anyway, that tells you there could be a bullish bias here that we're looking at here in the gold. Now, if you're doing that, since Johnny in the back of the room says, hey, let's take a look at silver. Let's get over here. And believe it or not, folks, there is no Johnny here. I make him up. I know people keep asking me, is there a Johnny in the room? Nope, it's just me and Sarah. That's it. Hold on one second here. And we want to get silver up. Silver starts with an S, doesn't it? I believe so. And there's another one you have to switch over to the, we're going to have to switch over to, I think they switch over to December, but I think this one is still the, this is the one here. This is the daily here in silver. Let's do like we did before, get down to that smaller time frame. 13 minutes. Now, this is the first time, if you remember yesterday, we were talking about this was the first time that we saw some bearish implications here because of this pattern that could have been a head and shoulders pattern. They were equal. Left shoulder equal to the right shoulder. There's your head. Symmetry's off a little bit, but then we had some information on the way down. Here was your first move down, okay? If you were going to do the 382 pattern, and remember, this is going to take several hours to complete, so you draw that in, and it hits the 50%. It makes a higher, there your 382 comes in at 32.23. The 50% is 32.27. That's $200. And then down it comes really hard. And then what you do is after you make a new low, this is something that if you want to follow the market, statistically, you want to see off that last high, market comes back and it goes right to the 382, comes down. But now we've made a new low. Okay, and then we had a pretty good rally in here. Let's just go back and look at that rally. And that rally was pretty substantial. This is actually looking bearish in gold right now. And you can see we went above the 50% level by just a little bit. That difference is 17 cents. And that you would have been stopped out on that, selling it there. And with a buy stop right above here, you would have been stopped out right near that high move. And then it's coming down and it's doing nothing. But what we need to do is look at this on the hourly because it hasn't come down much in 3 days. So there's what it's done in 3 days. So let's just see what it looks like at the 3-day mark. Now, I don't trade silver that often. I trade gold a lot because it's easier to get in and out of. It's got 10 times. There's your 50% retracement here, down just about $1, which is nothing bearish at all. So I still think we can go higher in both gold and silver. So that's why I'm paying attention to these here today. Now I've had a question here. Oh, of course, has to be Tesla because it's in the news all the time. And hold on a second here. We'll get it up here. Yes, T is Tesla. Yes, there we go. And I think it's up today, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was up. It's backed off a little bit right now. It was up about 83 right now. It's 73. To look at it, let's just go to an hourly chart. We can see a little better of what's really happening. And there it is. See, we had the big gap up. We had the pullback, had the little pattern here. It's just in a consolidation, folks, since early May. There's at the end of May right here. See, it's just doing that right now. We can get it above here. Then if you get it above that 82 level, 83, 84, you get above 84, then you got a chance for a move a little bit higher. So those are the ones that we're sort of paying attention to here this morning. And then we had one other one that someone asked about, and that was at GRNC Generac. Let's get that up here one more time, and we'll bring this up. And see, Generac is still headed towards that, looks like that bigger pattern up here because it hasn't backed off very much. Look at the action today. It's had pretty good action. It's held really well. And if you put up the last move, now this one failed. There's no question about that. They had a perfect 3 drive. It looked really good that day, but boy, there's just going to be your stop because once you get above that, it's off to the races, and the races are still going. If you take the last low, put it right in, look at that. 382 there on the 23rd, and another one makes a lower. You gotta love this one. This makes a lower low by 10 cents, folks, off of this one right here. Can you believe that? You can't make this stuff up. Anyway, there's your exact 382. That tells you this puppy's going higher. It doesn't look like it wants to go down very much. That's for sure. Okay, I think that was it. Now we got a guests coming up. Mike Moore will be with us here as our guest, and we'll see what he has to say for us. And then we'll move on just a little bit from that level once he comes on. Let me check the old clock on the wall to see where we are. I think I covered the main things that I wanted to cover. Oh, my goodness, I got a minute and 20 seconds left. That's a lifetime in TV land. Okay, now I have to look at Apple. Someone said, if you have time, would you look at Apple? And guess what? We have time, and here is Mr. Appel, who's down by the well. See how it's going. See, here's another one. It's acting relatively good. This is, look at the only thing is, the volume has dried up on it a lot. Look at this. This volume is as low as it's been in quite some time, but it's still up here, sitting right at the 786 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days in a row, right here at the exact 786 of the whole move down and up. So there was your goodbye right there at that 146. A, B, C, D, and then bada bing, bada boom. So market still like it could have legs. So let's pay attention to it anyway. So that's what we're looking at. So let's take a little break, and we'll be right back with Mike Moore of Moore Analytics.
The Gold Report. As a precious metal, gold is still king. It continues to hold the most effective safe haven and hedging properties across the global major trading hubs of the London OTC market, the U.S. futures market, and the Shanghai Gold Exchange. The Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his weekly gold report every Monday morning for subscribers, consisting of coverage of the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, bonds, the South African rand, as well as 25 different mining equities with specific buy-sell recommendations. The Gold Report. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Subscribe to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report newsletter now at TFNN.com.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstad releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
This portion of Trade What You See is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Okay, we're back, folks, and we're talking with Mike Moore of Moore Analytics. I think we have him in the house. Mike, are you there?
How are you, Larry? Yep.
I'm good, my friend. Listen, I have a question. We've had a big breakdown now in the whole complex, crude oil, gasoline, and the heating oil. Was there a news item today that triggered this? Because this is really dramatic, in my opinion.
Not necessarily that I'm aware of.
Okay, good. That's all I
want.
I don't follow it either.
Kind of key, and that's bringing in some of the pressure, I believe.
Okay, why don't you tell us what you're looking at in that complex, and we'll cover some of the others that you look at.
Okay, so in general, gold, crude oil, we were bearish from levels up here, and more recently the break below this major formation here at 80.48, just giving some backup, and that brought in $4.33 of pressure. That's all that bearishness is on hold from above. That's the trade above 76.93 was a decent strength. That was the break back above here. In fact, the last time we were on the show, I think it was right in here, and I said we had just turned bullish here. So this ran up in here. We saw $3.69 of that, or failing back down to these highs, and now we're just seeing some pressure. If we take out this line right here, that's going to want to see some pressure. That's going to come in at, that's going to come in at 77.21. -1 per hour starting at 1 o'clock p.m. And then if you break below this lower line right here, that's also going to want to pressure. That comes in at 70. I'm sorry, the lower line comes in at 77.21. The upper line comes in at 77.72. So 77.72 -1 per hour. And then the lower one comes in at 77.21. But this is a completed bearish structure right here. This is enough to have been a full bullish correction against it. We may be pulling back here to see another run up here. We'll have to see. But if we fail back below these lines, I think we're going to take these lows out and then travel down into these areas.
I have a question for you, Mike.
Yep.
Since we've already taken out those lows in both gasoline and in heating oil, does that affect what will happen to crude, or is that related to the crack spread? How does that work?
Not really right now. Well, so I've been bearish in the analysis. Part of it, I think I showed you this on the last show, is I put a weighting right here. So right here, the RBOB is negative, the heating oil is equal, and the crude oil is positive. That means today, if the market's going to come off, the likelihood is that RBOB is going to come off the hardest out of the three. Let's just take a quick look at that, and we'll see if that's the case. And you can see here today that, RBOB is down 574 ticks. Heating oil is actually down a little bit more, around 600 ticks, but crude's only down about 149. So you would be far better off being short that RBOB than you would short the crude. And just to calculate that for anybody that's interested, you just take that number, 574 times 0.42, and that gives you the equivalent in crude dollars. So instead of being short the crude, where you'd be up, 1,470, you'd be up 2,410.
Yeah. I'm short the crude, and when I looked at the chart of the gasoline and especially the gasoline, when I saw that break, I said, "Oh dear God, this thing's going to come unglued." And so I'm getting confirmation from you, seeing the same thing.
Yeah, and for any of your audience, I mean, if you're trading the energies and you don't understand the dynamics between the RBOB and the heat and the crude, you're leaving an enormous advantage on the table. Yeah, and that's part of what I do in some of the heavier. I don't really show this on the show much, but down below here, I get into spread work, where the RBOB to heat spread, what is that doing? What does that mean? And get into the cracks. And these interplays below there can enormously amp up your earnings in the year. Did you want to look at the RBOB next? Or did you have any more questions?
Yes, certainly want to look at the RBOB next. Yeah, that's the one that really looks nasty.
So the RBOB, we've broken down below another formation here. Let me just bring this back up. So we held exhaustion with a 276.44 with a 276.08 high. We rolled over 33.42 cents and more of that today. That was a little higher time frame, and then more recently the break back below 254.66 had brought in 12 cents of pressure plus some more of that today. And then this break below this line right here also projects this lower, but I did not have a short suggestion underneath it, and the reason is I think that this is the last stretch of this bearish structure down, and I didn't want to suggest getting short right into exhaustion levels. So one of the exhaustion levels it's holding right now currently is 239.59 with a 239.59 low. Coincidentally, it just happens to be exact. But if we get back above this line decently on the upside, which is going to come in at 24.40.10 to 24.40.20, a decent break back above there should be an excellent long opportunity. And then I would expect a bullish correction against this move down, probably sending us right up here into the 252 plus region. If we take this exhaustion level out, then we're headed down to the next one likely, and the one below there would be the 235.25 to 234.89 level.
Okay.
You want to take a look at the heat?
Oh yes, absolutely. That one is.
So heating oil also is likely going to leave a minor bearish reversal above today, which I talked about in here, I believe. No, I think I just talked about it last night in the post market. But this also has broken below this formation. We've been bullish from the break above here, pulled all the way back up to it, rallied, and then failed below this formation, which is also bearish for heat. Excuse me, give me a second. We held exhaustion above at 252.0866 with the 251.97 high. We rolled over 11.27 cents, a little bit more than that today. Oh no, actually we haven't taken out this low yet. And but we do have these exhaustion levels just below here to be careful of at 237.44 to 235.72. If we come off and we flush that out in these two lines, then we're probably going to dump down into the 231.47 level. If we take this line out decently on the upside, that's the one that we can short probably at 242.08.
Okay. Hey, Mike, we got to take a little break here, so stay with us. Hold that thought. We'll be right back, okay? Mike, more analytics, folks. Stay tuned.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
The stock market is a delicate, interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
We're back, folks. We're talking with Mike Moore of Moore Analytics, and we have a caller on the line. Jeff, you have a question for Mike? Evidently, Jeff just had the question and didn't stay. Are you there, Jeff?
Yeah, I'm here.
Please ask Mike
you ready
your
for my question?
Yes, sir. We are.
Oh, hi. Yes, thank you. Hi, Mike. I wanted to ask, every Wednesday, 10:30, we get a crude oil inventory report, and I'd like to know, how does that fit into your trading strategy?
I don't put it in. It's an important number to know, and you can get some numbers in advance of that and make determinations as to how you would like to trade off of it if you go to their website. But it's not something I can really factor into my analysis, as my analysis is done prior to the opening of the market. So
I see. So you just let that go by.
I'm looking at 60-minute charts and above, as if I look at anything below that time frame, it's not really going to be meaningful to my traders throughout the day.
Okay.
In other words, if I was looking at 15-minute charts, 3 or 4 hours into the day, anything else, that's not going to matter in the morning, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you're saying that inventory report doesn't really have much effect at the 1 hour or longer time frames.
Well, I mean, it can have an effect for that half hour after it comes out, or the 5 or 10 minutes after it comes out. It's just that I don't know what that effect is when I'm doing the analysis at 8 o'clock in the morning, because it's not coming out until 10:30. So I do the written analysis in the morning, which you see right here. I send this out to traders, which is, a number of pages long. And then in the afternoon, I do a post-market podcast that I send out to each of my traders in the afternoon. But I don't do any updates during the day.
Okay. Okay, very good. Thank you. I appreciate your time.
You're welcome.
Okay. Thanks a lot for calling in, Jeff.
Thank you, Larry. Bye-bye.
You bet. And I thank you, Mike, for telling him that you don't pay attention to the news, because I don't either. To me, it's cannon fodder. Let's keep moving on to the next one here.
Yeah. Well, I would just say that a lot of fundamentals I don't really pay attention to, because I can't make shorter-term decisions on it. Whereas the number that comes out is something you have to be paying attention to if you're trading. Like, you don't want to be short and have a position on and have that number come up and blow you up. So, sometimes people take their positions off right before that number comes out and then put them on afterwards. It's just not something that I can assimilate into my analysis because it's written before the market's open.
Oh, that's good to know.
Okay, do you want, so anyway, the heating oil, we're just finishing up. I believe that we may be in the last stretch of this whole move down from the highs, and we have possible exhaustion down here at 237.44 to 235.88. Like I said, if we break back above this formation, I think we'll see a decent bullish correction. This would be an ideal spot to be long also, because it should run right back up to this level, and then this is going to be a significant formation right here to break above to the upside. But right now, I'm currently bearish. You want to look at the Brent and the gas oil?
Yes,
Brent
for sure, and then we'll look at the gasoline too, please. Then we can do the S&P after that. But let's do Brent because that's a pretty big market.
So just a reminder on the Brent. Now we switched to Augie here, but in the July we had broken below this massive formation right here, came off quite a bit, pulled right back up to it, and rejected off of it again today. If we were to take that formation out on the upside, then this market could run right back up to $90. Get back in here. And right now, I'm still currently bearish, even though we've come off a bit. But if we take this line out decently on the downside, that's going to warrant decent pressure. That's going to come into 82.20, minus 1 tick per hour starting at 1 o'clock p.m. Meaning at 2 o'clock p.m. it'll be 1 tick lower. And if we take out this lower formation right here that comes in at 80.70 to 80.68, that's going to warrant decent pressure for probably at least $3.50 minimum. If we were to break below this decently and back up through it decently, I would look for decent short cover to come in. And the gas oil, very similar to heating oil. Coming back down here also probably to, now I thought that this was possibly the low here in the last stretch of this. We take this out, we may still see an additional low. I'd be wary of exhaustion levels down here. If we get back up above this formation, this is a well-formed formation, classic. It comes in at 767.97. Minus 1.5 per hour starting at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. And do you want to take a look at the natural gas?
Yes, please. Yes, absolutely. A lot of interest in natural gas.
So the natural gas, now I took this statement out of here just because I had already repeated it a number of times, but I do think that the July natural gas in general has a different picture than the daily continuation charts. Let me get some of this nonsense off of here. Oh, let me just do it with this. So I'm going to scrunch this whole screen up. This is just the daily chart right here. But I do think that this could be a final stretch of this entire move down from the 2022 highs. So we may have one more run down here to take out these lows before seeing an even more significant bullish correction. We'll have to see. I've been bearish for the past number of days in here. We were bullish for a run up into here until we held exhaustion up above. I said we held exhaustion above at 31.6 with a 316.10 high and have rolled over 532 ticks, and then some more of that today. The break below 29.03 or 290.30, which was this formation right here, has brought in 274 ticks of pressure plus whatever we've seen today. And then we broke below this formation right here, which projects us downward 100 ticks minimum, 470 ticks plus maximum. That was from 28.01, and we have traded down to, 280.10, and we've traded down to 256.80. If we were to break back above this formation right here, that's going to warrant decent short covering. That's going to come in at 274.90 to 274.91 through tomorrow. And you want to look at the SPs?
Yes, we sure do. We sure do. Okay. We've got a whole minute, so take your time.
Okay, so S&P bearish right now. I think on the last call we had just broken back down below this formation. We'd see 70 handles, and we were seeing some of the short covering warned about. Saw short covering, but maintained the general bearishness from the break below here. Then we broke below a new formation right in here. That is, those are just summarized right here. Trade back below 53.44. is brought in 93.5 with the pressure warned about, and then trade below 53.0275. Projects this downward 39 minimum, 114 plus maximum. We detained 52.25 of that going into this morning. So still bearish.
Yeah. Mike, we got to take a little break, but stay with us because when you come back, I want to let the folks how they reach you, okay? Stay with us with Mike Moore of More Analytics. We'll be right back, folks. 877-927-6648.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
The stock market is a delicate, interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
We're back, folks, with Mike Moore of More Analytics. Mike, tell the folks how they can reach you. Give us your phone number and also the email, or email, and also your website, if you could, please.
Okay, it's right here. It's More Analytics. It's MOORANALYTICS. And by the way, I don't mean this to sound like some kind of like cheesy sales plug or whatever, but I actually am going to be raising my prices this month. So if you do want to get in at the current price, it's only going to be for a month, but I haven't changed the prices yet, but they're going to jump at least 20% by the end of the month. So if you do feel like jumping on, you could jump on right now for a month at a lower price, but be glad to have you on. And feel free to give me a call.
What's the phone number, Mike?
646-708-4612. Okay,
that's
good.
My
Listen, ex-Yankee telephone number, even though I'm down in Tennessee, that's still my New York City telephone number.
Everybody I know that had one of those have kept it, though. I think there's 4 people that I have, they're good friends, that still use 646. That's their cell numbers. Listen, thanks for joining us, my friend. We'll have you on again soon. And so stay safe over there in Tennessee. And you live in a beautiful part of the country, folks. It's one of my favorite states. I spent a lot of time in Tennessee. I always liked it very, very much.
Well, thank you very much for having me on, and thank all the viewers and the listeners for watching. I hope you
got great stuff. We love having you on. So have a great weekend, okay, my friend?
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Bet. Okay, folks, we'll see you on the flip side tomorrow. And as a little note here, we will have Stan Harley will be our guest tomorrow. And as you remember, back on the 20th of May when we had him on 10 days ago, he said, I think we're at a top in the stock market. And let me see, we've been down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days today. Shut the front door and raise the rent. So we'll have some nice vegetable salad for him when he's on tomorrow. So stay with us, and we'll see you tomorrow with Stan Harley as our guest, and may God bless.